We are gonna make dinner rolls today. We're gonna make, here's 1 cup of milk, whole milk or 2%. That. And you're gonna put 1 tablespoon of sugar into the milk. Put it in the microwave for 50 seconds. Okay, so we stir it up just a couple whisks to dissolve the sugar. Then we're gonna sprinkle 2 teaspoons of active dry yeast. And the milk. Then I put this back into the microwave because it's still warm and let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, so here the yeast has been sit for 5 minutes and it's activated. But in the meantime, we are gonna get everything else ready. Okay, so here I have 1 egg into my mixing bowl. Plus 5 tablespoons of sugar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1 teaspoon of salt. Here's my teaspoon. Go ahead and give it a whisk. And go ahead and we pour the yeast into the egg mixture. Make sure you get every bit of the yeast out. I like to use the spatula to scrape all of my yeast out. Okay, let it run. Okay, then we're going to add 4 cups of all-purpose flour. Where is my knife? Kind of fluff your flour up so that it doesn't get too dense. Here's 1. I like to do it 2 cups at a time. On low. And here's the last 2 cups. Okay, now this is optional, but I like to add the dry milk into my bread flours. So I'm gonna do 3 tablespoons. Okay, the reason why I add the dry milk into this is because I like my dinner roll to be moist instead of bread texture, drier. But you don't have to add into it if you chose not to. To see this, if we can take that out, if you can't, then that's never mind. But okay, when you see the dough come together like this is when I add my 3 tablespoons of melted butter or very, very soft butter, like room temperature. 3 tablespoons. Okay. So we're gonna knead this until it's very elastic, 5 to 6 minutes. Okay, so our dough, it kind of look like this. You make sure you scrape them all down every minute or 2 so that it's mixed thoroughly. Scrape them all down. Make sure you scrape all of the dough that get attached to the bowl on the side of the bowl. But in this case, you don't see any. So then, 30 more seconds. Okay, it's been 5 minutes, so I think my dough is good. It's ready to go. I just scrape them all down. Make sure you get every bit of it. Okay. And the lid. Okay, I'm using this because it has a lid in it. So I'm gonna spray my bowl with Pam. Then what you do, you take all of the dough out. Very nice and soft. It doesn't stick to your finger or your hands at all. Make Shake it every bit out. Then you will turn it into a ball. Tuck everything underneath, like so. And put it on top of that. Give it a little lightly spray. I'll cover it up. Let it sit in the oven for an hour up to 2 hours until it's double the volume. Let's see. So this is what we got right now. Should be double the volume in an hour to 2, depend on the temperature that in your house. If it's warmer, it rise quicker. If it's cold, it rise slower. Okay, after an hour and 15 minutes, my doughs have double the volume. Now we're gonna turn it into the dinner roll. So make sure that, excuse me, so make sure the counter is nice and clean, and so is your hands. Dump it out. I don't need the flowers on my countertop, but if you need to, feel free to do that. Okay, I'm gonna roll it out into a rectangle. So beautiful. I'm gonna turn it in half. And keep doing this for maybe 3-4 times or so. Doesn't have to be perfect. So this is my 3rd time. I'm gonna do it one more time. Okay. Turn it to a log so we can divide our dough. Okay. I have a big baking dish pan here, so I'm gonna make 20 rolls. But you can make 24 as big as you like or as little as you like. Divide this in half. So, and try to make it even so that it will cook even. Okay, so we're gonna do 10 in here and 10 in here. Kind of eyeball it. Okay, so I'm going to do half. And half. Okay, now feel it to see if it's even. You can weight your dough to make sure that it's even if you want to. That looks pretty good to me. Okay, so we're gonna do I only get 4 in here. Okay. Pretty good. Okay. There. So we have 20 doughs, 20 little balls, right? Okay. Now you can roll it out. This is how I do mine. You don't have to do this. You can just pick it up, pinch it like so. Like so. And do that. But I like to roll mine out like 2 or 3 times. And then I'll do that. Like so. Okay. Now this is pretty good. So I'm just gonna put it in. Tuck everything in so you have a nice round ball. Like so. And then you keep doing this until you finished everything, all of the dough. Okay, so the reason why I roll my dough out and tuck it in is because I find that if I do, my rolls will be softer and flakier, and that is the whole purpose why I do it. But again, it's optional. So you try it and you will see if it's make any difference. But I like to do mine like this. Alright, it's the last one. So here we go. We have 20 very cute balls. Now we're gonna wrap it up with a plastic. So just wrap it up. Make sure you wrap them up good so it get no air. Like so, and let it sit in the oven. Not the oven is off, okay? Let it sit for half an hour. Okay, so the dinner roll, the dough had to sit for an hour. I said 30 minutes earlier, but it's because it's almost December here and it's really cold. So it's actually sit for 1 hour. And then we can brush it with egg wash, which is 1 egg and 1 teaspoon of water. Whip it up. And you want to brush over your dough. This will give us that nice, beautiful golden brown after it's baked. Just lightly brush on the top. And I have my oven preheated to 350 degree, and we're gonna bake this roll for 20 minutes. Okay, there we have it. Now I'm gonna put this in the oven for 20 minutes, and then I will show you what it looks like after it's baked. Okay, here is the cinnamon roll. Sorry, this is the dinner roll. Okay, at this point, you can just put the melted butter on top of it. For mine, in here, I mix it up a little bit with 1 tablespoon of melted butter, 1 tablespoon of honey, and a teaspoon of garlic salt, which is this one that you can get at Costco. 1 teaspoon of this, 1 tablespoon of melted butter, 1 tablespoon of honey. So this is what you have. Kind of stir it up. And brush it on. So there you have it, and I'm gonna pick one up to show to you how flaky your dinner roll is. Okay, so we're gonna pick one up. See how soft and flaky this is? Right there. I don't want to break this because I'm gonna bring this to a dinner tonight to a friend's house, so I'm just gonna leave it. But this is what you get. Thank you for watching. Toodles!